recording. So we are now streaming. It says drop frames. My upload speed is real bad. I think that's what's causing my lag. Is my freaking bit rate. Upload speed. Whatever you want to call it, bro. Okay. The village is over there. So now I can honestly just do like hella voice lines, bro. I really think that I can keep the first file size of just like pure video like under a gigabyte. This is a Minecraft village. And over the next how many days, I'm going to be transforming it. First things first is I need to get this map down of the village. And so, now that we have this map down, you actually see that a lot of the village is more creating a wall. Dude, I'm just saying shit. And it's like, bro, like, how do I stop drop frames while streaming? I gotta Google that. 50% of my frames are being dropped. Internet connection. It might just be that. I think I might just have to turn on dynamic bitrate. Because that's so bad. Let's go stream, no, output. Streaming setting bitrate. How do I turn... I mean... If I'm pulling... I'll go 2800 and apply. Because that's what I'm gonna end up doing, and I'm actually gonna rest. Bro, this clown, dude. Let me see here, bozo. Okay, that looks like it fixed the problem, to be honest. Alright. I jinxed it again? Crikey, bro. This is a Minecraft. This is a Minecraft village, and I am going to be transforming it into the best village possible. Now that I have this map up, for fuck's sakes, bro. Alright, so in this map of the village, it looks like all of the villager houses are actually concentrated on the outskirts of the village, with the roads really just leaving this huge area in the middle open. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually just clear this area of all of its trees, so then we can get a better idea of what's happening. I'm actually going to make a copy, so that it's like, this is what happened before, and this is how it looks after, so it's like, you're so cool. Yeah. Yeah. Why? Come. But anyway, yeah, let's just clear out this area. 138 is the main one. Like, I love Block Scott Pig. His videos are so great, if I'm being honest, but it's like, he's just so inefficient. Like, actually so inefficient, bro. Like, this guy at least needs to spend, like, he could literally spend just one day of his playing Minecraft time to forward himself in terms of gear. And he could build stuff, like, 3 times as fast. I just... Dude, I'm gonna take this out of my freaking inventory. Oh, I could get some rewind shots. Okay, we've now cleared out this middle section. And, wait, Loki, I'm gonna turn off the rewind thing so it's not looking as goofy. Okay, we've now completely cleared out this middle section, and now the next order of business is going to be completely clearing up these paths and getting rid of all the grass in the middle of them. So, let's go. Oh man. Okay, you might be wondering what this is, and it's a villager breeder I set up in this village that I'm honestly really sick of. I do have a good amount of villagers here, but I'm going to keep them in there for now until I can create more houses and get them rehabilitated. Now, rehoused. Okay, and now this also might look odd. It's just a bunch of pumpkins that naturally generated. The funniest thing is that it's kept this cartographer locked in here. Like, you can't get out. So, here's what I'm going to do. Oh my god, there's a golem right next to me. And he didn't notice. Okay, well, anyway, we have officially freed that villager. And we're going to continue on our path making magnets. I'm also going to keep these floating dirt blocks. They're really cool. Alright, well now that we've got all of the roads cleaned up, I'm actually going to find a place to rest.
Huh?
Alright, we now have all of the roads cleaned up and this complete open middle part. But that's actually not what I'm going to work on next. The next thing that I need to do is find a place so that my villagers can eat food and farm. By taking a quick flight overhead, I need to find somewhere that's nearby, somewhere that's easily connected like a river or a lake, and somewhere that is flat. And it is looking like right over here is going to be the perfect place for our villagers to get farming. So I'm going to start chopping down the trees in this area and set up a farm. Let's go. Matter of fact, I'm also going to set up 2 more maps. Alright, so I'm using 138 and 140. I think I'm putting it right there. Oh my god, there's so much to clear out. Holy shit. Dude, I literally have a stack of saplings, and honestly, I think when I go like run back around, I'm gonna have a stack and a half, at least. Alright, so it looks like everything's gonna despawn. So I can like get out of here. Alright, now that we have a complete aerial view, we can already see just how much has changed in the area. And my inventory is looking really full, so I'm gonna go empty it off at my face. I can't believe I didn't think of this earlier. I mean, I always wanted to soft launch this as a Let's Play, but like, I really couldn't figure out how. And until, you know, now, which I guess is too late. And I'm actually going to keep those two locked away. I'm also going to get rid of these trees. It's not going to be no more freaking old growth forest, bro. None for you. Aw, doggy. I'll tame him later. And it's a low-key fallen night, so I gotta get rid of these two. That's like literally everything. Alright, well, now that we have this area cleared out, it is turning night, so I'm actually going to go rest. Wait, I low-key had my brightness up way too high. I normally play at this brightness. Honestly, I actually play a little bit low. Now I get to save battery and stuff. Did I not sleep? The heck? No, I did. Just my brightness is so low. Alright, well, since this village is going to be receiving their food over there across the lake, I do need to actually develop some docks over here. So we're just going to go with a really simple design so that the villagers can park their boats. Also, I feel like it's my duty to add a little bit of lore to the world. So, being along a river and a lake, I feel like the best way to do these villagers is have them be really good boat people. So, kind of like canoes and all that jazz. lowering my bitrate actually helped a lot. I thought I should have hired it, but... Okay, this is just a preliminary dock setup for now over here. It's obviously going to be expanded much later so that the villagers can go ahead and receive more. And over here I'm also going to set up docks. Well, actually, I'm not, because it's best to set up docks in places with deep water. But because this is Minecraft and they're just using these small little boats, who cares? Okay, well, now that I've got the dock set up, this also opens up this area here for development, for at least when the city gets larger. But I am going to keep my promise, and I am going to add farmland over here. But I'm first going to start terraforming the land all down to 1 block, so I can start farming. I can have livestock and crops grown up here, and I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I gotta turn off my fan. Oh my god. My back hurts like shit. Ooh. And then let's just curve this all back. Look at that big terrain change. I do want to leave all of this area along the coastline untouched, so I'm actually going to push further inland to start the crop farm. And I could go with like the most efficient type, but I'm not, on purpose, just so it looks honestly a little bit nicer, but also a little bit more crude. I dig up that trench. And now we have an infinite water source that I can just push along. And I do only have 3 seeds right now on me, but that number is obviously going to get a lot larger because I have a bunch of seeds just sitting in chests waiting to be used. I'm actually going to extend this 2 more blocks, just so it's like a 10 block long thing and it looks nicer. And I'm going to also replicate the same trench 4 blocks away. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, well, the recipe calls for a little bit more terraforming, so that's what we're going to do. And I think that these 2 areas to start us off should be just fine. As by my calculations, this is going to create 160 square meters, aka blocks, of farmland for the village. And I can obviously extend it even more. Alright. Let's go get some seeds. Again, 160 square blocks is probably going to be just a little bit under 3 stacks. But I do want my villagers to grow a variety of crops. So I think I'm going to have one field dedicated to carrots, another dedicated to potatoes, and then the last 2 dedicated to wheat, as it's going to be by far the most important crop that this village offers. I gotta have seeds somewhere. I do have pumpkin seeds. I feel like that's going to be for like an agricultural expansion type of episode thing. 2 potatoes and 1 carrot. Oh boy. You know what? I guess I'll just farm my own field. Because I'm just way too poor for this. This should be good. Like, I don't need to do too much. Yeah. I actually had just more than enough, but you can never be too sure. But it's like low-key, I actually need to map out this area too. Yeah. Dude, there's so much leaf litter on this map. Holy crap. Okay, well, the meeting bell for the villagers is over here, but honestly, this is just such a poor area. I mean, look, it's on the very edge of the city, so moving this over back to our now open center would actually be most beneficial. And with this now open center, obviously, our villagers have a great place to meet up. And I'm just going to place it like right over here. It doesn't really matter. And with that, I'm going to put an end to this episode of the village transformation. We have our roads and village cleaned up completely, and our villagers now have a place to get food, even though it is very small. I'd like to ask you, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye. Alright, in all seriousness, I'm ending the stream. I love y'all. Unless I lag. It's lagging. So, I'm actually not gonna end the stream, so I just lost hella aura. So I'm gonna wait for my frames, cause this is hella embarrassing. Yo, so now I'm just losing like all the aura in the world. Waiting for my frames. I also need to take head count of just how many villagers are in there to see how many new housing units I need to build. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Snap. Okay. Well, we already have 3 farmers, which is great. 2 librarians, I can have them live together. And this guy, I can give him another job. So that's actually pretty good. Actually, to make this like feel the most realistic, I'm gonna build some chest boats. One over here and one over there. And on that note, I would like to thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.